If you think you need to torture your knees with standing squats to build muscle after 60, you are dead wrong. In fact, forcing your body into positions it can no longer handle isn't just painful, it accelerates muscle loss by spiking cortisol. Today, I am revealing the seated hypertrophy protocol, a method that research suggests can be safer and more effective for seniors than standing workouts. And the best part? You can do it while drinking your morning coffee. By the end of this video, you will have the exact blueprint to rebuild your leg strength without ever standing up. But first, let me tell you about Martha. Martha is a 72-year-old from Ohio who was just like many of you watching. She wanted to stay independent, so she followed the standard advice. Her doctor told her to move more. So, she tried standing squats. But her knees were bone on bone. Every repetition felt like grinding glass. One Tuesday morning, her right knee buckled. She fell in her kitchen. It wasn't just a physical fall, it was a psychological collapse. For 6 months, Martha sat in her recliner, terrified to move, watching her leg muscles wither away. She thought her active life was over. What she didn't know, and what most doctors don't have time to explain, is that you do not need gravity to build muscle. You need tension. Once Martha switched to the method I'm about to show you, everything changed. And that is exactly why I made this video. Now, you might be skeptical. How can sitting in a chair possibly be better than a squat? It goes against everything we've been told. But listen to this. According to research published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, older adults often suffer from something called arthrogenic muscle inhibition. That is a fancy way of saying, when your brain senses pain or instability in your joints, it practically shuts down your muscles to protect you. So when you force a squat on bad knees, you aren't building muscle. You are just grinding joints. I have spent weeks analyzing reports from the Mayo Clinic and top geriatric physical therapists to curate this specific routine. These aren't just senior stretches. These are muscle-building movements designed to bypass your joint pain entirely. In a moment, I will show you the one specific movement that targets the falling muscle. The muscle responsible for 80% of stability. But first, we need to understand the science. Here is the secret mechanism that makes this work. Think of your brain like the driver of a car, and your muscles are the engine. When you stand up, and you feel unsteady, your brain slams on the brakes. It devotes 40% of your neural energy just to keeping you from falling over. That leaves very little energy for actually strengthening the muscle. It is like trying to drive with the parking brake on. But, when you sit down, you remove the stability requirement. The fear of falling vanishes. Your brain releases the parking brake. Suddenly, you can direct 100% of your focus into the muscle contraction. This is why seated exercises can actually recruit more muscle fibers than standing ones for seniors with balance issues. You are trading instability for intensity. And that is the key to getting your independence back. So, are you ready to release the brake? Let's dive into the 5 moves that will change your life. Number 1. The seated leg extension with the lockout squeeze. Most people do this wrong, and it costs them results. This exercise targets the quadriceps, specifically the VMO, that teardrop muscle right above your knee. Sit tall in your chair. Slowly straighten your right leg until it is parallel to the floor. Now, here is the secret. Don't just lift it. Lock it. Squeeze your thigh muscle as hard as you can for a full 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Then lower it slowly. That squeeze? That is where the magic happens. A study from the University of Miami found that this isometric hold increases muscle activation by up to 30%. If you just swing your leg, you are wasting your time. Do 10 of these on each side, and really focus on that squeeze. Number 2. The marching soldier hold. You might be thinking, I'm not marching anywhere. But stick with me. This targets the hip flexors. These are the muscles responsible for lifting your foot off the ground. When these are weak, you shuffle. And when you shuffle, you trip on rugs. Sit on the edge of your chair. Keep your back straight. Do not lean back. Lift your right knee as high as it will go toward your chest. Now hold it there. Don't let it drop. Hold for 3 seconds. You should feel a deep burn in the front of your hip. That burn is weakness leaving your body. Thousands of viewers have told me this single exercise stopped them from dragging their feet within 2 weeks. It is simple, but it is not easy. Number 3. The seated heel raise pump. This is critical. We call the calf muscles the second heart. Why? Because they pump blood back up from your legs to your heart. If you have swollen ankles or cold feet, listen closely. Sit with your feet flat. Now, Rise up onto your toes as high as possible. Squeeze the calves. Then, lower your heels until they barely touch the floor, and go right back up. Do not rest at the bottom. We want a constant pumping motion. Do 20 repetitions. This doesn't just build the muscle that stabilizes your ankle, it actively fights swelling and reduces the risk of blood clots. If you skip this, you are ignoring the foundation of your balance. Number 4. The pillow squeeze pulse. Now, this next part, this is what most people miss completely. We focus so much on the outside of the legs. We forget the inside. The adductors, your inner thigh muscles, are part of your core stability. If they are weak, your knees collapse inward when you stand. Grab a firm pillow, or roll up a towel. Place it between your knees. Sit tall. Now, crush that pillow. Squeeze your knees together with everything you've got. Pulse it. Squeeze, release slightly. Squeeze again. Do this for 30 seconds. This stabilizes the pelvis. If you have lower back pain, surprisingly, this exercise often helps more than back stretches. Number 5. The chair hover preparation. This is the big one. This is the bridge between sitting and standing. But we are doing it safely. Scoot to the edge of your chair. Plant your feet firmly. Hinge forward at the hips, nose over toes. Now, press into your heels and lift your bottom just 1 inch off the chair. Just 1 inch. Hover there. Feel your glutes and thighs catch fire. Hold it for 5 seconds. Then sit back down gently. You are not standing up. You are simply teaching your body to initiate the drive. This builds massive strength in the posterior chain without the danger of a full squat. Now, let's put this all together because the synergy is powerful. You have the leg extensions to protect the kneecap, the marches to prevent tripping, the calf pumps for circulation, the pillow squeeze for pelvic stability, and the hover for raw power. When you combine these 5 movements, you are building a fortress around your joints. You aren't just exercising. You are systematically waterproofing your body against falls. And the best part? You can do this loop during a single TV show. No gym clothes. No expensive equipment. Just you, a chair, and gravity. I want you to close your eyes for a second. Imagine 30 days from now. Imagine waking up, putting your feet on the floor, and feeling sturdy. Imagine walking to the mailbox without that nagging fear that your knee might give out. Imagine Martha, the woman I told you about earlier. After 6 weeks of this protocol, she didn't just walk again. She walked into her garden, knelt down to plant her tulips, and stood back up on her own. She reclaimed her life. And you can too. You have not aged out of being strong. You just needed a different way to build it. But wait, there is one more thing you need to know. A bonus tip that ties it all together. It is called the ankle alphabet. Before you go to sleep tonight, while you are sitting on the edge of your bed, lift one foot and trace the letters of the alphabet in the air with your big toe. A, B, C. This rewires the connection between your brain and your ankle position. It is the single best thing you can do for balance, and it takes 0 effort. Now, if you found this helpful, you are going to love the video I'm working on next about the 3 breakfast foods that destroy joint cartilage. You do not want to miss that. So please, click that subscribe button right now. It helps me help more people like you. Remember, getting older is mandatory, but getting weaker is optional. I'll see you in the next video.